What are your thoughts on the right amount of details and schedules?
The number of the granularity. I'm assuming the person there's got a certain amount of experience, because this is a. I think once you've got through some of the basic stuff of managing projects, by the way, one of the key things that really good mature project managers get a handle on is the granularity, the level of detail with which you're going to manage your thing, right? Because of course we now have computers, and so you can easily build for a fairly simple product a schedule with 1,000 different tasks, and the computer can do it. The problem is, if you make it too complicated, it's going to get a big mess. Nobody really going to understand what's going on. A lot of the data in there will be wrong. Nobody will want to look at all that stuff. You're going to have a specialist project manager that's not actually doing any work. He's just trying to manage this model, okay? And the whole thing just goes bad, right? So one of the keys is to find out what is going to be the units in which people are going to talk about, right? And let me just take the example. I know it's not new product development, but it's hard to find the right example which will speak to everybody in new product development. The answer is about 200, by the way. Somebody's asking how many tasks you want to put in your thing. If you can get it to around between 100 to 200 to maximum 300 tasks to build whatever it is, a battleship, a new hospital, a new aircraft, or whatever, that is the kind of unit you want to have in terms of granularity. And in those tasks, there will of course be lots of things going on, right? Which you can either manage as sub projects or as deliverables with checklists and whatever. Okay, so the work on finding the right granularity is significant. In our experience, we find that because you can actually survive once or twice with too much granularity, initially we don't have too much of a big fight on this question of how many tasks and what granularity. We let them live through the thing with maybe too much detail, because they have trouble having the confidence in themselves that they will finish on time. They think the more detail they manage, the more they will be able to be sure that they're going to finish on time, understand what's going on, and so forth. Right? There's a lot of the detail has come about because of micromanagement, because of lost faith, because of previous deceptions in projects. Right? So they have to succeed 2 or 3 times with a simpler model with more macroscopic descriptions of what's going on before they admit that they were micromanaging things, and they can stand back and only have maybe only 50 tasks when they used to have 500. When we do an aircraft, by the way, if you see an aircraft picture on the screen there, you have to manage the details of granularity. It's the law, right? You have to say that this Airbus 320, we took it apart and put it back together again. There were 17,000 tasks, and I have to say I did them all, right, to make sure that I didn't forget anything. So in execution, you actually have to do 17,000 things, right? You do not manage those 17,000 things in your project management. You will only summarize those as packages of work and have about, 100, maybe 200 units, and that will be what was managed. Sorry for the fairly long answer, but it really is key. It's very, very, very rare that people who have, especially with software models, that they do not have excessive levels of detail in their schedules. So we're often reducing the level of detail in the schedules, but we don't always do that first time round in the pilots. We do that once they've got confidence in this new approach. I hope that makes sense.